Yo, 4 keys, this is day 127 of me playing chess every day until I reach the rapid rating of 2500. So here we go. We have the game, we have the white pieces, let's play pawn to e4, of course, my favorite first move of the game. We face against the Sicilian defense, of course, pawn to c3 is my preferred way of playing, not entering the open Sicilians with pawn to c3 is just a solid Alpine defense, just the idea is to play d4. My opponent allows it with d6, which is quite bad of a move. Now, I had one OTB game where my opponent played knight c6 and I won the game. I didn't play d5, but that's the best. G6 is played, so probably developing the c3 knight is slightly better. Um, and then we might play for this quick battery. Of course, we're not castling long on this open c file, but that's definitely one of the ideas to make this better here. I mean, I'm wondering whether or not to play f4, but I guess it's slightly too weakening. Let's just develop with knight to f3 here. Bishop g4, I think bishop c4 now is by far the best option. Although, I mean, takes I can take with the queen, and if bishop takes on d4, excuse me, I can take here and win the game probably. So bishop c4 pressuring the pawn. Of course, I'm threatening to take on f7 and then play knight g5 and win the bishop on g4 because that would be a check. For example, knight f6, I think. Well, knight f6 is a good move defending the bishop, but knight c6, for example, walks right into bishop takes on f7, king takes and knight g5, and then picks up the bishop. Maybe then the pawn hangs. Yes, that's true. But I think just castling there, and we have a lot of advantages there. This king is weak. These pieces are not that great. So yes, we're threatening the move bishop takes on f7. He stops it with e6, but this is quite weakening these dark squares around the king that will definitely go to the short side of the board. Is now this a threat? I guess it is, although. So castles bishop f3, queen f3, bishop takes on d4. Um, yes. So why not just play bishop to e3 here, right? Defending the pawn. Knight c6, pressuring the pawn once again. Um, so yes, he doesn't play it. I thought he might play this, but now I can just castle and I'm free of any attacks here on the pawn, of course. Knight c6 right away, really. Um, so yes, this is probably the best move in the position because I was trying to play h3 and then put the rook on d1 and be just better. Um, d5 knight e5, not what I want. There is the move bishop b5, but come on, yeah. Um, I still think I will play bishop b5, however. Um, yes, this is a threat. Bishop b5 castles, though. Am I stopping the threat? Not. I'm not actually. Um, h3, bishop f3, queen f3, knight d4, bishop d4. No, no, this doesn't work. I need to find a move quickly. Bishop e2 is one of the options, but looks way too passive. Although I get the bishop, I need to defend the pawn. I don't like my position. I mean, I have the center, but I'm down on the clock for like 1 minute and a half, which is just way too much. I need to blitz out few good moves. Of course, he will take. I mean, if he goes back g4, wins the bishop there, it would be trapped. And now I think we might start an attack going on with some f4 or g4 ideas. Also, h4 h5 slightly slow here. Um, but if he doesn't get something is going, yes, d5 for example is one of the good moves in the position. Trying to get to the f5 square here, but I think my plan here is just to take actually. But this is very important decision. I cannot make it that fast. Takes, he takes, Queen b3 is a move I'm looking to play, but doesn't really do anything. Takes rook e1, knight f5. My pawn is hanging well. I just misplayed this. I guess e5. And I go to do something. I mean, I have to play e5, otherwise my pawn is just too big for absolutely no good reason. I mean, is g4 too much? Probably it is. But I love this move very much. Oh, g4, knight h4. Bishop h1 though. I think this is a bad move by the computer. I don't really care. I mean, knight e3, f e3, I think, and there is nothing. If you go back, I go bishop g2 and play f4 and f5 in the future. Maybe g4 is too aggressive. Maybe. I can pre-move. F takes on e3, of course. I like my position, I have to say. I mean, this bishop h1, queen to 2 threatening bishop g5. Yeah, so he takes. F6 here looks okay, but some pawns are weak here. Yes, but bishop g2 I saw, and I thought my position is wonderful here. Maybe even trading the queens. Why not? I have the space. On the f file, my rook will be active. The endgame is not that bad, and the queen is very active. My queen is not active, so if we look at that, maybe trading the queens is okay. But I have more space, so by that definition, I shouldn't trade the pieces. But we will see. Maybe a3 b4 as well to cramp down the c5 square for my knight. Um, maybe goes to f6 as well. e4 might be an idea. I had a similar position against a very strong play. Why would you do that? This just improves my position. What? I'm not sure I understand this move at all. I just play queen e2 next. I'm starting to put a lot of pressure on my opponent, I think. I'm not blundering, I'm slowly improving my pieces. Um yes, I mean just looks pretty fine for me. The time situation not that bad either. We are slightly in the blitz territory already. Not quite yet, not quite yet. We'll get there absolutely. Rook f1. Knight before a3. Knight a5. B. Oh, knight a5 might be a threat. But I don't care. Actually, I don't care. Um, how to trap the queen? Not sure though. Not sure yet. If I can bring my knight somewhere, like to g2, but then queen just goes back. Probably I'm playing for e4. So knight a5 e4 looks incredibly strong. Queen goes back itself. So e4 takes and knight. No, knight. Oh, I'm blundering the pawn. What am I doing? Come on, wake up. Queen f2 looks good, defending this pawn, trying to play for h4 and h5, maybe g5. I need to find a breakthrough sooner or later. Sooner or later, getting the knight to c5. I need to stop thinking. I need to play fast now. Queen g3, I like this idea. Might be just a very bad move. This is my idea. Everything is protected, so e3 pawn is weak, but how can you attack it? Yeah. And e4 is an idea, but d4 is very weak. So I cannot do that. I will try to expand on the king side with queen to g3 and maybe h4, h5. Of course, you cannot take because opening the g file would walk you right into that. I think the bishop on g2, by the way, will do something, I think, in the game. Maybe it will sacrifice itself on d5 when the rook moves, or something like so. The bishop on g2 has some potential, although it looks like it's biting on granite. 8. Oh, 93. But the knight is trapped there, so why would you do that? I go here, of course. I'm getting a bit nervous. Yes, but I am playing quickly. I have enough time. Okay, this is was your idea, yeah? I don't. Oh, and sack the knight, and this knight falls off the board. Great. Um, prophylactic, prophylactic moves. Rook f2 here. Bishop takes. Knight takes. Looks like it should be enough. Defending the pawn. And then I can probably just move the knight somewhere. Not here. Knight a4, knight here. b6, of course, I move, but h4. Yes, I might lose a pawn. I don't care. If I mate him, I don't care. Oh, I blundered this. Um, is this possible, by the way? Rook f3 hangs a pawn. f6 maybe. f6. No, f6 doesn't work. Oh, but it does. Takes rook f2. Yes, f6. I don't think works. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. My opponent has 40. Has 1 minute more. Excuse me, 4 minutes and a half. If I can get h4 and g5, then I win. That's my definition of the position right now. Knight c5 as well, and knight d3 and knight f4. Still doesn't look that great. If I can get something to f6, I win, of course. Why would you do that? What's the idea? Um, I have absolutely no idea. Let's play g5 and knight c5, right? And knight d3, and I'm solid. Way too solid for my opponent to do something, and then I just win. Not that simple, by the way. Takes, and then I think I should be much better there. If not winning, with bringing the rook in. If I can get the pawns like this and the queen on h6, even though the rook covers the mate, I think I'm much better. Knight 4, preparing the sacrifice. Also improving my knight, why not? And he walks right into it. Why would you fork yourself? I don't understand this. I probably won't take the rook, even though it's probably the best move here. Take the rook. I won't take the rook. You probably have to play here. But it doesn't matter, you have to take at some point. And I win the game. I think I win the game. Yes, but you have to take right away now. To take or not to take is the question. Not to take, I think. h6 might be an attempt, but I go here and win the game. Um. Yes, no, I just win the game. What? I have more time on the clock than my opponent. The queen cannot be moved because I take the rook. Um. H5, but I take en passant and probably win the game with h7 there or something like that. No queen trade for you, madam. You have to move the rook. and then queen f8, but shouldn't work at all. I mean, maybe yes, I win now. I mean, here I go here. Queen f8 there, only move. But I have enough counterplay. I have two pieces for the two pawns for the piece, excuse me, and I will just mate you. I mean, maybe my sacrifice is not sound, and maybe I'm losing after rook d8 and queen f8. But with the time situation, I think I think this is completely winnable. King, excuse and what? What? How are you stopping mate is the first question. So you go here or what? And hold on, queen h6 wins the game. Knight f5, I can take it. Here I go here, and there is no check. If you go here, I take you. Oh, but there is check. Hold on. Here is the idea. If I take queen g3, is mate actually. So what if I just take you? So rook c2 probably. I don't see it. Yes, rook c2, but I like any move. Like here wins. Oh, yes, it wins. No, rook g3. Why would you do that? Like rook f2. Oh, I don't have time. What am I doing? Mate is of course threatened. How do I take back? Probably with the king. I probably take with the king. Oh, I didn't even see the fucking check. But it does absolutely anything. Nothing. I think. I have 10 seconds to make this decision. Oh, queen h2 is there. Now you can take. But the endgame is still much better for me, right? Yes, the endgame should be winning. No questions asked. Yes, 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 yes. This is a very positional advantage now, not aggressive. I mean, not attacking anymore. But we're playing a positional. Ah, this is lost. I can say this is lost. Yeah, completely lost. Um, go here so that he cannot move the pawn and we win the game. I mean, no questions asked. Here, I don't even care for the checks. Come on, this is game over. Oh, but this is also game over. Um, yes, I mean just resign, bro. Why would you play this position? Come on, resign, bro. We win another game. This is my highest rapid rating on chess.com ever. Only 2 rating points away from the 2100 goal. And let's analyze the game now. So this is the game review of the game I just played. I played very badly apparently with only 80% or with only 80% accuracy, but I played a brilliant move. So this is something as well. Let's see. I played e4. He played the Sicilian defense with pawn to c5. I didn't go for the main lines. I played c3, which is my stuff, and d6 is already slightly bad. As you can see, it's better for white after two moves are played. So d4, c takes on d4, and c takes d on d4 back. And now d5 is the best move, which is quite strange after d6 to spare another tempo and play d5. Up on one g6, which is okay as well. Knight c3, bishop g7, I believe. And now I played knight to f3, which is still theory apparently. I didn't know this was theory. Bishop g4, and now bishop c4. Now, if you play a random move, let's say a6, I can play bishop takes on f7, sacrificing the bishop. After king takes knight g5, and I pick up the bishop with some counterplay. I mean, bishop takes on d4 here. I can probably just play knight d5. I can probably play queen e6 as well, and I just win the game. After bishop c4, my opponent should play knight f6 because after bishop takes on f7, there is nothing. Apparently, I'm still fine. After e5, if you take, I take with check and I win the piece back. And if you move the knight, I can play knight g5 and win this piece right away. I didn't see that, by the way, during the game. Apparently, you have to take on f3. I take back, and now you're pinned, and I win a piece back, and the position is equal after probably knight d4 the best move. Okay, I mean even bishop takes is possible here. Yes. So after e6, he's stopping the threat of bishop takes on f7 by just eliminating the move. It's no longer possible. I played bishop e3. What was the best move here? d5 right away. What if e5 is played? Queen a4, knight d7, and knight d2 back. Wow, this is slightly. Oh, but it has the idea of playing f3 and g4. Wow, I didn't see that during the game. So bishop e3, he played knight b7, knight castled, which wasn't best. Once again, d5 is the best move, but I didn't see the idea before. I won't see it now. So I castled knight b c6 actually, and now bishop back to e2. And with this inaccuracy, the position is even. Well, I should have played d5 once again. I was scared about this move. Oh, what a moron! I can just play queen a4, king f8, let's say, and I can just take, right? What a moron, and then the pawn is weak, I can play f3 g4. F3 g4 wins the piece. Oh my god. Yes, bishop e2 was just very bad. I should have played d5 castles, h3, he takes, I take with the bishop. d5, and I played e5, which is apparently a mistake, but I mean, taking here was very bad for me. I think after takes, I I'm allowing knight to f5. I'm getting pressured with this pawn. Queen d3 best move. What after knight f5? Rook a1, just defending the pawn. But cannot it be taken? Wait, what? It can be. For what reason exactly? Bishop d5. I mean, the position is equal here, isn't it? Why wouldn't the position be equal here? b4. Wow, going for the piece. Wow. Um, I play d5. I still think this is technically okay. Knight f5 and g4. G4 actually the best move in the position. I mean, I was slightly scared of here, but I figured I can play bishop h1, which is the top engine move here, and that his knight is misplaced. Actually, it's trapped. And that I will play f4 later and queen e1 and just maybe g5 and win. Not g5 because knight f5, but I figured out maybe queen d2 and picks up the knight like that. Okay, he took. I took with the f pawn, of course, only move. Queen h4, now bishop g2, and he made a big mistake, I think. Queen to g3, it just allows me to play rook f3. You have to go back. I want to tempo. I can develop the queen now, and rook f1, and I'm just pressuring. I'm better here slightly. Queen f2, knight b4, and I played a3. Knight goes back, and I play queen to g3, which is a mistake apparently because of this pawn push f7 f6. Why would you do that? I have no idea. Bishop takes is the idea. The pawn is very weak here, but so is mine. Um, yes, for example, h4 cannot be played now, but although wait, h4, bishop h4, rook f8, rook f8, rook f8. Oh, he has king f8. Hmm. Yeah, so maybe this is an option. But even if something like queen f2 pressuring the bishop, um, king g7. Wow, okay. So I missed that, but so did my opponent. He played knight a5, which is not that great. Rook f2, being prophylactic, not allowing that knight c4 comes with a threat on the pawn. He played knight c4. I played knight a4, which is a big mistake now because of bishop to h6. Well, why did I play knight f4? Well, the top engine move is h4, but I thought he can play knight takes on b2. Oh, I have this intermezzo, knight d5 and then rook b2. Ay, 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 so bad. I didn't see this intermezzo move. Nice penalty tempo. Ay, ay, ay. Now I defended, and now queen c7 is a mistake because of g5, bishop g7, and knight c5 a giant mistake. Oh, what a moron! What a moron! Just bishop takes on e5. God damn it! And the knight is hanging. Takes, of course, and takes. He missed that. Unfortunately, he missed that. And after 93, I'm just much better. Queen here. I play knight f4, not the best move. And now I did an amazing thing. I sacrificed the bishop. He took, which is slightly wrong as well. Um, After knight takes on d5, queen d7, I, however, made a giant mistake. I had 3 minutes left. I was slightly up on the clock, and I simply made the wrong decision. As you can see, the rook is hanging, and with my sacrifice, I would gain 2 pawns and a rook for 2 pieces, which is usually okay, not that great. But look at my attack. I have the biggest center ever. I can just push. My rooks are far more active than this trash bishop, and I should just take the rook. I played a big mistake. I mean, you can see it's +3, it's completely winning. I played knight f6, and it's equal in a move. Or black is slightly better even. So he took. Now I made even bigger mistake. I took with the e pawn, and now it's +3 for black, or -3 if you will. So I saw that he has rook d8, for example. After queen h4, no, wait, what? Where I was thinking that? No, I thought actually here that he might play king here, for example. But I saw that his king is bad. So queen d6 not the best move. The best move in the position is to take. I don't believe you. Queen h4. h5. Opening the king like this. Come on. And king h7. This is cold-blooded prophylaxis. He took on e3, which I cannot really explain. He just gave me a free horsey. With the idea of rook c2, of course. But I just play rook f2, for example, and I'm just foul. Queen takes is a mistake. King takes is much better. I saw queen h2 and I said, I'm not going for this. I saw I took with the queen, which is not that great. Queen d4, and I thought I was better here actually with rook e7. I thought I was better. I wasn't. Just don't trade the queens. But once you do trade the queens, it's GG. I mean, you cannot defend your position at all. I just bring up my king. You cannot do absolutely nothing if you go here, for example, attacking my pawn. I can play rook b8. Your king is simply slaughtered, and this would be checkmate on the board. He went back, I went forward, and I just won the pawn, and I won the game with it. I mated my opponent in few moves here. This was checkmate. I won 8 rating points. Now we are at 2098. Let me go full screen for the outro of the video. Just 1 second, you guys. So yes, this is my highest rapid rating ever. We're almost at 2100, so slightly more than 400 rating points to the desired 2500 rating goal. So yes, thank you for watching the video. If you want more content, I also have a Twitch channel on Twitch, of course, and you can find the link to the Twitch channel in the description below, so you can check out me there when I'm live. And yes, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please write them down in the comments. I will be reading and answering all of your comments. And as always, if you liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel. It would really help me out. And see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.